What's going on, guys? It is the SMT. Oh, notifications are out. All right, so we'll be waiting for everybody to kind of pile in. For those of you that are here and in the now, if I could, please get an audio and a video update. Let me know how I'm feeding. Let me know if the sound is good. Let me know if the video is feeding well. Hopefully it's consistent and steady. Hopefully we're not having any hiccups tonight. It always seems like something funny happens during the streams and whatnot. So, yeah, I hope you guys are having a good evening as you guys are piling in. By all means, please do come in, say your hellos in the live, and go ahead and like this video, please. Help the video get in the algorithm and hit YouTube running. And for those of you watching on replay, big shout out to the replay gang. Thank you guys for hitting up the SMT YouTube channel for the replay on the podcast. So big shout out to the replay crew. Good to have you guys here with me. Thank you for joining. Got Rafi in the house. Got the big wrench. Watch yourselves out there. We got the cap. He's here. Good to have you on. Rafi, as usual, with the moderating duties. He holds it down. Yep, that's right. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm hydrated. I got me a little bit of shunting to drink on. Something cold. It was a long day for me, actually. I just got home not too long ago, maybe about an hour or so ago. I'm usually home by now, settle in, do a couple, things around the house, some odds and ends, and then I kind of prep for the live stream. So today was a little bit different story. Had a couple errands to run, and it took me a while. What's up, Mark? Good to have you on. Thanks for being here. Happy Friday to all. 900 Hugo, good to have you. Timothy, good to have you on as well. Thanks for being here. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Appreciate that much. I know, what a week for T-Mobile and Sprint. Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about it quite a bit tonight. I'm sure it'll be a topic of discussion. What's up, Gary? Good to have you on. Yeah, the lifeline situation's crazy. Shooting yourself in the foot, Hey, what up, Ronald? Good to have you on. Big Bri in the house. What's going on, OG King? Good to have you on, buddy. Edward, what's happening? If you've been following the channel for the last few days, the merger news is kind of a couple days old now. We've kind of had a couple of days to synthesize it, and then now we kind of know that the merger is on the pause with the FCC. Bad news if you're pro-merger. Probably neutral or good news if you're anti-merger. Looks perfect, sound and good. All right, good. Thanks, Frank. Appreciate it. All right, awesome. Thank you for being here, Matt Dub. Jonathan says merger is done. Not so fast. We have reason to believe that T-Mobile's hanging with it. We'll see. What's up, Monique? Good to have you on. Heith, appreciate the feedback. Thank you. Benny D is in the house. Good to have you on. 1, 2, 3. I can hear you. Willie Dub, what's happening, bud? Martin is here. Alexis is here. Good to have you on. Gregory, what's happening, buddy? Glad you can make it. Longtime friend of the show, Chris Estes. Hey, good to have you on, man. Moderator and friend of the show and contributor, Jamaal, is in the house. Also got moderating duties. Thanks for being here. Clear audio. Good to know. Thank you. Scott, what's happening? Good to have you on. Paul's in the house. Thank you for being here, bud. All right. So if you guys may want to make a donation to SMT Productions, want to support the channel, by all means, do hit up the PayPal link. Much appreciated. Get yourself a shout out as well. So I do want to give a big shout out to Gary Davis for his PayPal donation on the last live stream, as well as Jeremy. So thank you guys so much for the support, helping production here on the channel. Good to have you guys on here tonight. Madbird is here. Got the super chat from Jamil. Big shout out to everybody there. Thanks, Raf. Tito's in the house. What's up, Jesse? Good to have you on. Mark Hoyle, thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate it. Wow, you guys getting started with the super chats. Thank you so much for the kind and generous donations. How much money the government's going to want back from the 800,000 non-subscribers? I'm hearing it's to the tune of like $30 million. It's a lot. And T-Mobile or Sprint doesn't have it. So good luck getting it back. I don't know how that's going to work. You have to take out a loan, and when you're a company with no credit, aka bad credit, you know how that goes. Big shout out to the 42 in the live. Thank you guys for being here. Whether you are watching this live or you are watching this as part of the replay, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you watching. As you're coming in, do say hello in the comment section. Also, you may say hello to the SMT. Big shout out to the 44 in the live. Big shout out to my moderators holding it down tonight. Good to have you guys here with me. What's up, Randy? Good to have you on. Okay, looking great in Dallas. Good. How's the weather in Dallas? Things were pretty nice today in the CLE. What's up, Jess? Good to have you on. Jess getting pretty involved with the community. It's good to see that. I've been catching some of you guys in some of the other channels, live streams with like Altered Tech and TK and everybody else. It's been awesome to see you guys there. The SMT community, as well as like the other parts of the circles of the communities, have been really doing an amazing job of growing and supporting one another. So I do want to give a big shout out to everybody out there supporting the smaller creators and those of us kind of trying to catch traction here on the YouTubes. Jonathan says, how many years back pay? I don't know about how many years. I guess it kind of depends how long it's been going on. So they're probably going to have to do like an inventory audit type of deal where they're going to want to track and ask people, how long did you have service? When did you stop using? They're going to be digging in pretty deep. OG King says, I need the towers to get better because when my school bus enters this one neighborhood, the service is gone. That sucks. The nice thing about T-Mobile is they're always expanding the network. They're always adding tower sites. They're always upgrading antennas, adding, new types of spectrum to certain markets. I don't know if it's a capacity issue in your case, if it's a high traffic area with lots of people and users, or if it's a situation where you just need more additional coverage. So, but hopefully T-Mobile takes care of that for you. You can always contact the engineering team on Twitter, and they'll get back to you, and they'll see if they can find you a resolution and kind of address those coverage gaps. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. T-Mobile has a backup plan. Yeah, they kind of need one, especially on the 5G side. T-Mobile definitely needs a backup plan because everything kind of rides on the merger. They're going to take all that mid-band from the Sprint merger. They're going to want to deploy it, get that mid-band to use pretty much instantly, integrate the LTE networks, and kind of go from there. Timothy Ball says, I don't think T-Mobile is going to walk away. I think they're in it to stay. Really need that 2.5. I think T-Mobile is going to ride this out as long as they can. I think they're more than willing to go to court and try to make a case for approval. I think what this situation with the landline fiasco, I think it's more of a situation where, Sprint just made a huge mistake. It's just, you can't do these types of things. And I know every carrier is evil and every carrier, steals and does things improperly, but this is just the wrong place, wrong time for sure. What's up, Brad B? Good to have you on. What's up, ABC Lou? Good to have you on. You guys want to shout out to the SMT Patreon page if you guys want to check it out. I think I got a nice video for you guys this week for the patrons. Had a couple last week, had one this week. Dan Pete says, so does that mean that Boost Mobile is going away soon? Well, only with the merger, Boost Mobile becomes a component of Dish Network. So, man, what is going on here? I got to turn off my notifications. Sorry, guys. I got a new phone, and I didn't even have time to, properly set it up. So, I don't know what's going on with it. Sorry about that. All right, that should be good. Yep, got me a new device. Got some Boss Hog status. Hey, big shout out to Matt Dub for the super chat donations, the PayPal donation. Thank you so much, Matt. Much appreciated, man. Thank you. What's up, Chris Thomas? Good to have you on. BFMV416 says, what would happen to Sprint Spectrum if they ended up in bankruptcy? In the situation where they're filing bankruptcy, usually I think the expectation is that the Spectrum holdings probably go up for auction to the highest bidder. And I also think in that situation, the FCC is going to kind of have their fingers on it, right? They're going to kind of decide, where's the most likely outcome. I think they kind of have the control on that, which is unfortunate. And then those dollars get allocated to the sale of the company. And I don't know, something tells me a lot of it would end up in the hands of not just T-Mobile, but also in Verizon's hands. So something that I don't think is a good scenario. I mean, it good for Verizon customers and good for the Verizon network, but for the competition's sake, I'd like to see T-Mobile get a lot of it, assuming they continue their downward spiral and T-Mobile walks away. Yeah, that would kind of be the situation there. Ryan's in the house. Good to have you on. What up, Steven? Glad you could be here tonight. Jarrett, good to have you on as well. If T-Mobile bails out and if Sprint goes bankrupt, will there be an ... I wonder what the rest of that is. Big shout out to the Discord gang. If you guys want to check out the Discord chat, the Discord server has an enormous community. We've got over 100 members, people sharing screenshots of speed tests and experiences in certain networks and, types of things going on there. It's awesome. Awesome community. Big shout out to the Discord gang. Jonathan says Dish and Sprint link up. If the merger was to fail and T-Mobile was out, then Sprint's definitely looking for another buyer. We're probably talking, a situation where it's big cable. I don't know, Comcast, Charter. I mean, they're all legitimate possibilities. So we didn't see Dish coming into play. So, but maybe all three kind of get involved. There's that situation. It's possible. Can't lose Boost. I'd be screwed. All right. So Chris, you like your Boost service, I'm assuming. Yeah, it would be up for auction. Yeah, definitely. What's up, Tone? Good to have you on. Got the Razorbacks in the house. Used Altice for a few weeks. Results were that the signal was good mostly, but had issues with handoffs from Altice to Sprint to AT&T. When it hands off to AT&T, major deprioritization. That's really interesting. So, Tony, what's interesting about your experience is that sounds different than what it was described as. So the way it was supposed to happen was the handoffs were supposed to be clean. You were supposed to go from one network to the other only if it was improving your connection. So that being said, that's pretty disappointing. The situation where it's getting deprioritized with AT&T, I wasn't even aware that was supposed to happen. From what I understand, Altice was supposed to be providing, priority the same as AT&T postpaid. If what you're saying is true and we can get testing results from it, then I guess you were just an early adopter that just kind of experienced it firsthand and early. But as for the handoff thing, I would expect that to get better over time. But do keep in mind, like, the service is $30 a month if you're not a customer, $20 a month if you are. I mean, it's a great price. But I do think it should be better. I don't think your experience should have been that negative. But thank you for letting me know about the service, and hopefully it's something I could try in the future. It's just not available in my region. What's up, Bri? Go Cowboys, huh? Yeah, we like T-Mobile on this side. We do. I've been loving my T-Mobile service so far. I got a postpaid line now. It's been awesome. Boost Mobile should IPO. What's up, Raymond? Good to have you on. Glad you could be here. Sean, good to have you on as well. All right. We'll see you later, Jamil. Do stop by. Thanks for being here. All right. Good in Lubbock. Go Niners. Got a Niners fan. What's up, Nathan? Good to have you on. Glad you could stop by. Jonathan says T-Mobile was selling the fake new phones. That was actually Metro. I mean, it is a T-Mobile company, but it's definitely not T-Mobile proper. It's not T-Mobile postpaid. I don't think corporate T-Mobile's into that. They've got too much on the line, too much at stake. They've got a good reputation, generally speaking, in the public perception. I do think that Metro needs to have better systems in protecting against these types of setbacks. I mean, when you put Metro by T-Mobile, you put your name out in front for that reason. You just can't have these types of things happening. So maybe they do need to watch over and more closely manage what's going on in their retailer stores, authorized dealers. I mean, it's a really bad look. Dan, unfortunately, if they sell their spectrum, the value of their company decreases tremendously. That's 100% last resort. You know what will happen to Boost, Mr. Sneed? Boost is a Sprint company. If there's no merger, then there's no movement for Boost. So unless the merger is approved, it's not moving. So if it does, proceed and the merger goes, they're a dish company that operates on the T-Mobile network for now. Daniel says, found out Verizon is putting up 5G in my town. Already have a few towers up. I'm surprised. It's only about 12,000 population, North Dakota, at least an hour from a major city. Are you sure it's 5G, though? They do LTE upgrades all the time. So I would be surprised if it was a city in North Dakota. But, I mean, I could be wrong, and I would be happy to be wrong, obviously. Nathan says, is there a formula to calculate theoretical download speeds given carrier frequency and block size? Wonder how fast 5G on 600 megahertz will be. So that's a really good question. So there's a couple of things. Number one, it's really about spectrum concentration. So when you talk about block size, that's where that comes into play. Frequency plays a role as well, because obviously the higher the frequency, the higher, theoretical speed can be. The other issue, though, is also when you're on a real world network, you have other traffic that's being managed on the network, and there's backhaul, and there's, it depends on the device you have, and if it has advanced LTE features, does it do multi-carrier aggregation? Does it have 256 QAM capability, 4x4 MIMO compatibility? There's so much there. But like when I take for example 600 megahertz band 71 T-Mobile, if it's by itself one singular band 71 connection, the capacities and the speed is not going to be very impressive. I would be surprised if you ever got more than 10 megabits per second on band 71 alone. But if it was aggregating with band 66 and it was aggregating with band 12 or band 4, especially band 4, it could be fast. But in and of itself on its own, it's not necessarily a speed band. In fact, I would say it's probably, on the priority of what you want to connect to, it's probably like your fallback. It's not really your plan A. You probably want to be connected to band 4, band 66. Those are really, really fast bands. What's up? Pretty sure Sprint knew what they were doing when they needed the cash badly. Yeah, but it's 2 drops in a bucket. They owe $34 billion. What good is 30 million, Someone from Sprint needs to go to prison. Yeah, I saw your comment earlier, Bri. I saw it, man. Heith need another idea. Take live calls with Google Call feature or with the Discord app. That's interesting. That would be kind of cool, man. Maybe we try that for the next one, Edward, Alex. That's a good idea, man. I'll look into that. Madbird, I bought the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. Got it right here. Man, this is a beautiful phone. I don't know if you guys can kind of see it. It is fantastic. I actually have my try not to block myself. So I got this case. I got a black case and stuff. I don't know. Really, really nice phone. Really beautiful display. I love it, man. It's nice. Headphone jack, SD card slot. I'm really happy to have that back. It's got built-in 128 gig storage. Super fast. I got my T-Mobile SIM in there. It's been awesome, man. Really fast. I'm going to continue to test it, but it's been great. How's the merger looking? Haven't been able to keep up with it. You know what, Nertz? It's a rough week. Sprint's really, really stupid for what they did. They had been taking money out of the Lifeline program, basically saying that they were providing service to 885,000 customers, and those customers actually weren't active customers. They weren't actually using the service, but they were charging customers for it and then receiving the funding from the FCC. Something tells me the FCC is pissed. They have paused the merger indefinitely. Hopefully we have an answer within a few weeks what's going on there, but they're probably going to have to figure something out. Jonathan, my wireless provider or my home provider? Because I have both. I have T-Mobile postpaid, I have Verizon postpaid, and I have Visible prepaid. I don't know if you could see it, OG King. Got the Samsung S10 Plus. Nice phone. Really, really nice. It's got 3 cameras on the back. I love the 2 cameras on the front. It's got a wide angle, and it has the standard one. I really like that. I think it's going to really help me in producing videos on my channel, so I'm excited to get that going. I'm going to continue to use my Google Pixel for now for that purpose, but we'll see how that goes. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it, man. Yes, Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus there. It's just like how in Nigeria, that when a mobile network went bankrupt, the regulator had to intervene to save from collapsing. Yeah, I mean, we don't really want to intervene in this case because Sprint's owned by a Japanese company. So I don't know how much intervention you really want to do in that case. What's up, 65 Hoopty? Good to have you on. What phone do you have, if you don't mind me asking? All right, so today I got my S10 Plus. I have the Google Pixel 3a XL, and I also have an iPhone 7. I think I'll be trading in the iPhone 7 pretty soon. I just don't want to. I don't know what I want to trade it in on. I don't know if I want an iPhone 10R or if I want an iPhone 11. I'm thinking about getting the iPhone 11 just because they say the camera is so great. We'll see. Maybe I'll get that. I also have a Nexus 5X, the LG, but I don't really do anything with that one. No SIM in it. It's just like a Wi-Fi device. What do we got here? What will it be called? Boost Dish or Dish Mobile? I think neither. I think they I think they might just call it Boost. They just operate it, as such. If the merger goes through and all is well, the least of the concerns, I think, is changing Boost. I mean, you could probably keep it with the Boost name, the Boost moniker, maybe rebrand it with a new design, maybe give it some new color, kind of give it a facelift, maybe change some plans, do some kind of promotional stuff. Because you're definitely going to want to gain customers if you're Dish. You want to increase your market share for sure. Because as of right now, we're assuming that Dish, by taking Boost, they're going to about 9 million customers there. So they're going to probably want to put that in closer to like, 10, 12, 15 million within the first year. They're going to want to add subs, right? Even if they only add like a couple million subs the first year, that would be awesome. And that's a really good deal. I don't blame you, man. Hopefully it gets even better for you. Yeah, you are watching the SMT podcast live streaming, 720p. All right, let's go Seahawks. I like the Seahawks. I don't like Pete Carroll, but I like the Seahawks. I know that sounds weird. I think Russell Wilson's a great player. Defense is always tough. I like Rashad Penny. I'm hoping he can get healthy. I like Chris Carson. He needs to stop fumbling. What's up, John? Good to have you on, buddy. Gary, we don't like the Patriots over here. Don't do that ever again. What's up, Jamil? Hey, Gary, thanks for the super chat the other night, by the way. Thank you for the donation. Bears are Viking killers on Sunday. Bears are tough, man. Hey, Nathan, thank you for the donation, man. Much appreciated. Is there a way? I think we kind of addressed it, right? Now, in terms of 5G on Band 71, depending on how much concentration they give and how they kind of aggregate the carriers, I could see 100 plus megabits per second. I could see kind of initially 50, 60, 70, 80 gigs or megabits per second. But the speeds would increase as, the spectrum allocations start to improve. Because remember, they're still deploying 600 megahertz as we speak, and that's LTE. And, hoping that we get the devices very soon, we can start to see 5G. We're talking standalone and non-standalone configurations. I'm actually doing a video on the non-standalone and the standalone configurations this week. So I'll have a video out to cover that topic. I'll talk a little bit about this. So, but yeah, hopefully that helped. What's up, Tom? Good to have you on. Altice is worth 20 or 30 bucks. I agree. I think I'm really behind on the live chat. You guys got a lot to talk about today. I'm catching up. I'm trying. Brought myself a brand new phone last week, the Samsung Galaxy A7. How's the A7, Sean? I hear it's a good phone. People are really liking the A series, a good budget entry point for Samsung. Here it's really good. 75 in the house. Yeah, we got like 85 in the house. Good to have you guys on. Thank you for being here. If you could, please like this video as you're coming in. Do say hello. Let the SMT know that you're in the house. I get 27 megabits per second on band 71 alone in New York City. We only have 5 megahertz. Well, I'd be surprised, Ronald. Are you sure that's band 71 alone? Is it multiple band 71, like 2-carrier aggregation? Is it band 71 with something else? Are you sure? I don't know if you can confirm. Livendi says, did T-Mobile walk away? What's the latest? No, T-Mobile's actually hanging in there. It looks like T-Mobile's taking this thing to court, man. T-Mobile is not backing down. They're going to do their darndest to get this to happen. I agree with you, Tom. Too much in the pot right now. Oh, the A70. Yeah, the A70 is a good phone. All right, so the one case I have for this device, for the S10 Plus, I have the Viva case. It's kind of like a bumper, rubberized silicone hybrid kind of. It's pretty good. The fit's not that great, actually, but it's really lightweight and it's really thin. I like it. The other one I got is the Spigen. It's like a spec case kind of. Super strong, super tough. But it's much bulkier. No, man, the S9 is a great phone. In fact, I almost got an S9, but the processor being a little bit on the long in the tooth, kept me from getting it. What's up, Jeremy? Good to have you on. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I have a business plan, actually. It's a postpaid line. I don't know. It's doing 1080p video, no problem, no buffering, no issues. I'm not sure what the plan is. I'm gonna have to talk to Pete. He's the one who got it for me. I know it's a business postpaid line though. Hey Zen Pyro, you're never late, man. Thanks for being here. Still have my S8 Plus. I'm gonna wait till next year to upgrade. I'll tell you what, code 92818. Next year will be a good year to upgrade from an S8. Your S8 is probably still a good phone. I'm assuming it's still running great. Yeah, Daniel, I'm loving the phone, man. It's really nice, really sweet. Sprint uses band 25, 26, 41. Isn't that their only 3 bands? Do they have other ones? All right. No 5G. Wow, legit about to switch to the OnePlus 7 Pro for my S10 Plus. Non-5G. You want to get that 5G going. All right. It's not T-Mobile's fault for Sprint's mistake. Hopefully this will just delay the merger. Well, it may not delay the merger, actually, because the court date is December 9th. This could be sorted out second week of October, right? So, what's up, Seabass? Good to have you on. Our iPhone's going to be able to use T-Mobile's 5G network. I'm hearing next generation's iPhones will be 5G. I don't know about all of them, but I'm hearing 2 will be 5G capable. I'm guessing the premium one and then the Max. So if it's like iPhone 11s and iPhone 11s Max, if that's what they are. Yeah, Sneebass, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, good to have you guys on. What's up, Troy? At some point, OG King, yeah, some point. It's actually a camera and a depth sensor. Okay. Troy, I'm doing well, man. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing well as also. Hopefully you're doing good. Livendi says iPhone 11 Pro Max has best display, processor, camera. Check out industry comparisons for proof. Industry comparisons are cool. They don't really mean much to me. I look for different things in phones. For example, the iPhone 11 Pro Max is $1,100. If it's not the best phone, it's a shame because it's the most expensive phone. So if it wasn't ranked up there like that, I mean, it'd be a ripoff. So, I mean, I'm kind of glad that that's the case. I will say that there's things about the iPhone 11 Pro Max that are good, and there's other things I don't like. I wish the screen resolution was higher. It does have a quality display. It's made by Samsung, so I know it's good. The processor doesn't really mean much to me. Apple always brags about the processors and stuff, and that's nice, but like, I've never picked up an $1,100 phone and thought to myself, it's slow. And I've never picked up an $800 phone and said to myself, it's slow. So I wouldn't expect that at that price point. But it's fine. It's good. I've never really been impressed by those kind of phones. But, I'm sure it's good. Sprint will be around for a long time, no matter what happens with the merger. A major cell provider cannot fail. Remember, too big to fail. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that because they're trying to bail out. They're trying to sell out. So maybe they don't go bankrupt, like if that's what you were kind of alluding to. But they can fail. I mean, they have failed. So, but yeah, in terms of maybe not going bankrupt, I think you're onto something there. Jonathan, like I said, I've always been more more optimistic about the merger than some, and I really think that T-Mobile's, really working hard to make sure they do whatever it takes. They're going to exhaust every option to keep the merger strong in terms of, looking like it's going to help the public, help customers position themselves for 5G. Everything in terms of 5G for them, in terms of them competing with Verizon, passing Verizon and competing with at&t, hinges on the merger. So if it fails, I mean, they have to completely go to a backup plan. And that's their last resort. They prefer not to do it. The S11 is supposed to be a completely new redesign, lots of new features, should be good. You know what, Ray's Mobile Carrier News, you probably thought, like, hey, they wouldn't be stupid enough to do something right now at this time. But they found a way. So, JK Video Stream, good to have you on. I want to thank you for your donation. Thank you for the super chat. Not much is happening, just doing the SMT thing, keeping the Sneedles up to date on all the news and offering my insight and analysis. I hope you guys are all enjoying it. Thank you, JK. Appreciate it. What's up, Madbird? Good to have you on. About to get Sprint line for dual SIM, my OnePlus for unlimited datas. So what's the other line? You're going to go Sprint and something else? Thanks, Rafi. Appreciate it. Cheemees Channel. I have 3 active SIM cards. I have a Verizon postpaid, which I've had for like 20 years. I have a Tmobile postpaid, which I've had for like 12 days, and I love it. And then I have a Visible prepaid, which I've had for like, man, when did I get it? In June? So a few months, 4 months, maybe. This will be the 4th month up and coming. 3rd month, 4th month, whatever. Sub Tito. I've got my T-Mobile SIM in there. It's awesome. So fast. Why you have 3 phone plans? What plan you got with the T-Mobile? Dark Shadow, I think I have Magenta Plus. I think. But it's business. I know that. So I have to look at the details. If Pete's on tonight, maybe he could kind of chime in because he added me onto his plan. So big shout out to Pete. I would love the Mate P30, but with the ban on the phone here in the U.S., it'd be hard to get. You could still get it if you want it. It's just going to have to come like international shipping through something like eBay or something like that. Yeah, John, that's not going to be fast. That's true. I mean, fast for 5G is going to be, 1+ gigs. So, what's up, Aaron? Good to have you on. I've had a lot of friends who work at Sprint and Boost. They're separating the company completely right now and looking at them as competitors already. Wow, that was fast. They didn't wait any amount of time there. Does the S10 Plus have dual SIM cards? I don't think mine does. I'll have to check. But I did see an SD card slot when I put in my SIM card. What I'd really like to see is if it has. I'd really like to see if it has eSIM, so I could do a physical SIM and then an eSIM. We got 70 in the live chat. I want to thank you guys for being here. Please do like the videos are coming in. Do say hello, and let's get in here on the chat. No, just micro SD card and SIM. Okay. Bummer. Got a 50. Might go back to the S9 with a cracked screen. That sucks. Hey, what's up, Master Bill? Good to have you on. Longtime commenter, viewer of the videos. Thank you for being here. Can't watch video in 720p. Phone I can only stream 480p on this phone. Has a SD screen. Want to get the Samsung Galaxy A10e. Well, that one's definitely 720p. Dan Pete, some tells me you're in an older device, man. S8 active. Oh, man. K-Deuce, I hope they make a new active device. Those are awesome. I would have an active device if they had a new one. Jonathan, you might be onto something there. All right, Rafi's got an offer for you guys. If you want to take advantage of the deal, use that referral code. Save yourself $20 on visible service. A lot of people have been using the referral codes and saving themselves some money. $20 gets you unlimited data, unlimited call, unlimited text, all that good stuff. They don't pay me. This is not a sponsored video. They don't give me any money. Just go ahead and save yourself some money if you want to try the service. Nathan says band 66, 2 and 71 in Orem, Utah. Pulled down just over 200 megabits per second the other night on an S10 Plus. That is really, really good speed. I want to say in that case, guys, band 66 is amazing, especially on a carrier like T-Mobile. When they put the right spectrum on these bands, they pull great speed. I've seen it firsthand. I love it. It was just band 71. There was 2, but I don't know if band 71 can aggregate with itself. I'm not sure either, actually. I'm going to have to check into that. You can pick and lock any band you want. Just dial *2263#. Okay, good to know. I'll be checking into that because now that I got this T-Mobile SIM, I can do that. iPhone 12? Yeah, who knows if that's what they're going to call it. I don't know. December 9th, have not seen major cases with New York and California involved. Go to trial on time. Maybe you're onto something, 65 Hoopty. Maybe we can expect something in January. Crap, that's just going to drag out then. It would take forever for Sprint to reinvent itself, which is why we really need the merger. Let Dish start out fresh as a new competitor to the big three. Well, they need those roaming agreements. They're going to need that wholesale deal. Hey, Francis, good to have you on. Never late, man. Have the Galaxy A10e. It's okay. I got to hold off on a 5G phone. Okay. Nathan says if the merger goes through, they should rebrand as Magenta Wireless. Ooh. Magenta Wireless. Do you guys think that T-Mobile's identity is their color, though? I feel like it's the T. It's that shape, that unique, font. But maybe it is the color. I don't know. I mean, I definitely think magenta when I think of T-Mobile for sure. In LA, T-Mobile runs off bands 2, 4, 66, 12, and 71, only used in some areas such as certain suburbs for now. It's interesting. Is it fast in LA? I hear that T-Mobile has some capacity issues in some markets. So for the price, it should be able to teleport. 1,100 is a lot for a phone. I never spend over 100 for a phone. Well, I'll tell you what, Dan, if you're not willing to spend over 100 on a phone, you're missing out on a lot of key network features that would make your service a lot more enjoyable. You're missing out on the capacity. You're missing out on the speeds. You're missing out on band compatibility and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's kind of missing out. I'm a budget mid-range guy. I ordered a Umidigi. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I am familiar with the brand. I've seen it before. I know it's one of those imports. All right. What's up, Thomas? Good to have you on. If you're asking me, Cheemees Channel, I've got the Google Pixel 3a XL. That's got my Verizon postpaid. I have my new S10 Plus. That's got my T-Mobile SIM. And then I have my iPhone 7, which has my visible SIM in it. Just paid off my T-Mobile OnePlus 6T. Plan to unlock it in case I plan on switching to Verizon. There are some dead zones in the building where I work. Got you, John. It will work fine on Verizon. I will tell you this, John. Before you go trying to activate that phone with Verizon, you have to talk to a tier 2 customer care specialist and tell them that you want to activate this phone, and they have to provision it so that way you get text messaging over LTE. Because I tried it and was not receiving text messages. It was a real pain, but they'll know what to do if you just explain it to them that way. It's the texting is the issue because there's no CDMA on that phone, so it has to go LTE. Unfortunately, no. Visible only does single lines, so one line is 40 out the door, 2 lines is 80 out the door, and they're all separate. You have like different accounts, which kind of sucks. Do you know if we could have dual SIM cards on a cell phone while running Verizon AT&T? Yeah. If you find a dual SIM phone, you can put any two carrier SIM cards in there that, have the band support for it. So, and that's actually a nice combination. You'd be covered nationwide, I tell you that much. I mean, both of those companies are regarded as best in the U.S. What's up, Erica? Good to have you on. Metro by T-Mobile Samsung A20. That is a nice phone. You don't have to spend too much to get a decent phone these days. Why would Dish change Boost name when it's worth $1.5 billion? Have 9 million loyal customers. That would destroy the brand. Should be Boost Mobile backed by Sling Wireless. Oh. So kind of implicate that. I do like the idea of keeping it, though. So I agree. Bobox. My friend uses Sprint, has had a lot of issues for the past month-ish with service. I think this could be related to the merger. I don't think so, but a lot of carriers have been having issues with outages. What's up, JP? Good to have you on, man. Thanks, JP. Appreciate the kind words, buddy. Thanks. Difference in speed between Metro and T-Mobile? Absolutely. In most cases, Metro is going to be kind of like a little bit slower than T-Mobile postpaid. Not to say it's like a neutered version. It's just going to be slower. So, Metro is going to be, deprioritized, kind of slowed down a little bit for network priority. So I always tell people, if you live in a market which has good T-Mobile coverage, good T-Mobile speeds, your experience on Metro will be similar, but probably just a little bit slower. Now, in markets where T-Mobile is marginal or average, Metro speeds might be a little bit slow for your liking. So I say that to say it all kind of depends on the market. Some people really enjoy Metro, and then some people end up trying Metro and not liking it. Good to have you on, JP. Nintendo 504 is in the house. Good to have you on, buddy. Akron's in the house, 330. JP says, I wish Sprint wouldn't lie. Me too, man. I'm really bummed out about that. I was really digging the momentum that the merger had. I was always happy to report on the good news from the merger. Anytime, there was progress, it seemed. Unfortunately, this is kind of a step back. Now we have a perception about Sprint that they've been, up to no good behind closed doors, taking from the Lifeline program. Now, the FCC, guys, does not like the Lifeline program. They've been trying to phase it out for a long time, and they've been trying to decrease fraud. This is evidence of fraudulent activity. So it's the last thing that the FCC wanted to see. And the FCC has been pushing pro-merger. So this looks terrible that the organization and the commission that wants to support the merger has to pause it because of this type of riffraff. So very frustrating. It couldn't come at a worse time. Jonathan says, when I was in the Army, Sprint had the government contract. They gave me a BlackBerry. Well, BlackBerries, super, super secure. So it makes sense that they gave you BlackBerries. This must have been a number of years ago, probably like 10, 15 years ago. Based on the type of phone, and I didn't even know that Sprint had government contracts. So that caught me off guard. Sprint customers, are all of them going to be put onto the new T-Mobile network? I heard that some will be put with Dish. Dish is going to be using T-Mobile's network also. So they're all going to be on a shared network. How priority is going to work, I guess it remains to be seen. What would happen to Sprint customers if the merger happens? Sprint customers become T-Mobile customers eventually. JP's got a YouTube channel. Sure, I'll check out your channel, JP. I'll go ahead and subscribe to it shortly. I'll go ahead and I'll do a search for it, and then I'll check it out. So, JP, actually, if you want to go ahead and, shout out your channel, let us know where to find it. Maybe you got a link, and we'll check it out, man. Let me know. Antonio says, my Sprint service was good lately. Confused because it's usually crappy. Maybe they're kind of addressing the congestion issues that they've been having. Or maybe they just upgraded some towers near your area, which is great. Really shouldn't be an issue of what's going on with the merger. Lock them all up and start over. Jeez, man. Currently have Cricket. Got the T-Mobile test drive. I want to switch, but the prices are a little high. So you're getting a better deal with Cricket. Well, I could tell you right now that the T-Mobile situation, like you're going to get more capacity from the T-Mobile network. Cricket's just, I mean, it's AT&T service. Don't get me wrong, but Cricket just doesn't have the speed. 3 to 8 megabits per second, depending on your plan. I mean, it just doesn't cut it for a lot of people. But if you've got low bandwidth demands, I mean, it could definitely work, and the price is always good. T-Mobile needs to bring back the girl in black. She was better on the eye than John's forehead. I know John's not for everybody, man. I'm with you there, Brian. This merger is successful. I can see people making a Pokemon meme like Sprint and T-Mobile evolved into new T-Mobile. All right, so kind of like a cartoon type meme, maybe. Sub to mine too. Okay, let's shout out some channels. JP, go ahead and get us a link to your channel, and then Cheemees Channel, get us a link to yours. Go ahead and put those in there. And Rafi, if you could, make sure those links go through. Let them be visible and so people can check them out. K-Do says, Metro is awesome for me, but I agree it depends on where you live. Usually the situation, right? Yeah, you're welcome, JP. No problem, man. Yeah, go ahead and post that link. Yeah, get it to Rafi. He'll take care of it. JP says, I wonder what's going on with the merger after Sprint lied. It's quiet right now. It's kind of at an indefinite pause. They're doing an investigation. Slower after 32 M's. MT Houston, Texas in the house. Seems like the FCC should have also been monitoring the lifeline payments to Sprint more closely. I think both FCC and Sprint are to blame. Sprint needs a new management team. All right, MT, those are some good points. I definitely respect your opinion. Those are valid statements. So here's the thing. In most cases, most organizations, most entities usually watch and then view that everything's going well, and they won't watch so closely anymore. They trust that the correct systems are in place. They don't expect fraud. Upon further review, sometimes things slip through the cracks. Nobody's looking and they're not paying attention. People are slipping and sleeping. And that's where situations like this handle because people are turning away. So I don't know if that's the case, but that could be the case. And as for Sprint needing a new management team, man, Sprint needs the right management team. And whoever's there now is not cutting it. Whoever was there before, they weren't cutting it either. And this goes back over a decade. Sprint really has been failing for a long time. Put the link in here, JP. Let Rafi get a hold of it too. Just got in. What's up, Paul? Good to have you on. Minister Kenneth Thomas Espinosa. Will Sprint go out of business? Unlikely that they go out of business. They're always going to be viable in that they're one of the more affordable wireless plans. The problem is they're not profitable and they just continue to lose money. So they operate. They don't grow. They lose consumers every quarter. Some quarters they lose 50,000 subs. Some quarters they lose 250,000 subs, but they always lose. So I don't know. I guess it's like, at what point do they just is it not going to be viable anymore to stay in business? JP says, when I used to have Sprint, I had too many drop calls. I used to see that all the time too. The other problem is the LTE is very slow in certain places. Sometimes it's 3G. It's a problem. Why are the environmentalists pushing 3 billion bird less flying? How do they get the numbers? Oh, I don't know anything about that, Jonathan. I've never got a call dropped with Sprint. Guess I'm just lucky. Antonio, it's probably a situation where your service area is strong for Sprint. If you do any type of traveling, inevitably you'll have call drops with Sprint. Their national network is just not competitive. Some of their markets are good, but nationally, in terms of coverage, it's just lacking on so many different levels. Cheemees says, what unlimited plans does Metro have that are at a good price? They're doing 2 unlimited lines for $80 right now, and it gets you Amazon Prime So it gets you Amazon Prime Video. It gets you the 2-day shipping. And it gives you Google One storage. So that's a pretty good deal. Everything unlimited. I think except for hotspot. I don't know what type of hotspot you get. But it's pretty good, 2 for $80. Erica says Sprint is full of BS. A lot of people are frustrated with Sprint. I have AT&T now, and it's better than Sprint. For the most part, JP, in most markets, AT&T will be better from Sprint. MT Houston with the super chat. Thank you so much for the kind and generous donation. Wow. MT Houston, I appreciate it, man. Salute. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Very nice of you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Gary says, used to have Virgin Mobile. Freebie government sponsored on the Sprint network. Man, I think Virgin's still around, actually. They're part of the merger. I know that. Can't just blame Sprint CEO or CTO for whose job it is to make sure the lifeline are disconnected. I know, but Troy, like, we're going to sit here and try to take the blame away from Sprint. I mean, it is Sprint's business. So, just saying. Not much, buddy. Good to have you on. NYTO_NYC. Good to have you on. What's up, Carl? It's bedtime. Get yourself some rest, buddy. I'm exhausted myself. Hey, Troy, thank you for the super chat, man. Much appreciated. Thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you, Troy. Much appreciated. Got it. Tiny, what's happening, man? You are definitely not tiny. Tiny. I'm looking at your avatar there. I see humans next to you, and then I see like you're like an Avengers-sized human. I'm just playing, man. Tiny, good to have you on, buddy. Awesome name. What did Troy say here? Yeah, got it. I got it, Troy. We're paying $225 a month with 4 lines with T-Mobile here in Central Florida. I feel like you can do better than that, Zen Pyro. 4 lines. Unless you have like their most premium lines, maybe. Oh, you might even be paying off devices too, so. Cheemees. 5G is in Chicago, but it's millimeter wave and it's Verizon, so. Okay. 5G all over Chicago. I mean, it's what, 3 or 4 different parts of town. Gonna ask Sprint on Facebook Messenger, where do I fill out an application for CEO? I don't think Sprint standards are good enough for a resume. Wow, man. So you don't think too much of them. Carl, good night, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. Holy crap, Tiny. You're not tall at all. I'm like 5'2", man. You're 7'2". That's pretty tall. 7'2". That's like the diesel size, right? Like Shaq's like 7'1", 7'2". Shaq's also like 400 pounds. Some big human beings, man. And I always tell people, if I was 6 feet tall, I would have took over the world. Coming in at 5'7", really, what's going on here, JP? I like AT&T better than any other carrier I had. It's a little bit higher phone bill. Yeah, but like sometimes it's like worth it, even though you pay a little bit more for service, the reliability is like peace of mind, Sprint needs to get their game up. Agreed, for sure. Speeds are garbage. Well, if they were doing the right things and upgrading the network, 5'7", me too. 468. Tiny, man, if like I shook your hand, something tells me my hand would disappear. You're a big dude, man. Tiny, if you don't mind me asking, are you like a power lifter or something? Like, I feel like at that size, that would be like the perfect occupation. If that's an occupation, like being a power lifter, like a strongman competition kind of thing, that seems like it would make sense. I mean, I lift weights. I enjoy, fitness and stuff like that, but I can only imagine how strong somebody would be if they're 468. I guess what I would want to say, Tiny, is how much you bench, bruh. Not as slow as Cricket, though. Yeah, Cricket's slow. Any of the unlimited plans are pretty slow. JP, what is that, man? You're watching the awesome SMT channel. Thanks, Rafi. Appreciate it, man. Nope, been bar security for over 20 years. Yeah, and you know what, Tiny? That's it's a very respectful profession if you think about it. Security, like you're trying to keep places from getting out of hand. You're trying to keep people from getting out of line, and you've got people that are, drinking the drink. So big shout out to Tiny, keeping the bars safe and secured, and wherever he's working and holding it down. Appreciate your service, buddy. Renardo says, live in Georgia, have AT&T. I'm using the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Phone is pulling 250 megs down. That is impressive. Excellent speeds. I'm impressed, actually. It's really nice. All right. Zen, I don't know if you're charging and using at the same time or what's happening there, man, but get that thing in the freezer or the cooler or something. Yeah, that sucks, Tiny. Maybe you got some bad discs or something, man. I do get some back pain as well. Mine's more like nerve damage, though. I feel like I've got some pinched nerve issues. Hey, MT Houston, thank you for the super chats, man. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you for your donation tonight, and thank you for being here for the convo. Appreciate the commentary. Thanks for everything tonight. Appreciate it. Gary says slower after you use 32 gigs per month on Metro by T-Mobile. I think is it 32 or 35? T-Mobile boosts you up to like 50. Maybe consider T-Mobile postpaid or prepaid. Hey, you got it, Tiny, man. Big shout out, man. Big shout out for the smallest dude I know, Tiny. Cheemees says, I don't understand why AT&T didn't get sued from the fake 5GE. I don't know, man. I don't know if it really calls to be sued. Because 5G evolution, they're trying to say, well, it's the evolution towards 5G. Maybe it's a play on words. I don't know how they beat that. I owe T-Mobile just over $600. Get Sprint line, then the merger happens. I win, maybe. So you're trying to dodge that fee. Ooh, wow, man. Fractured vertebrae. Wow, arthritis, nerve damage. Man, Tiny, that sucks, man. I hope all that works out for you. You can get some, I don't know. I know there's, physical therapies and stuff. And it's rough, bro. You're a big dude, man. It's just hard. I know. I have some bigger friends, guys I know from the gym, and I mean, it's not easy being big, man. You're a big human being. I have Altice Mobile, which runs off Sprint. I've had 2 issues. Call quality, LTE speeds being very slow. Man, and it was supposed to be a really promising service. Hang in there with that service. Maybe it gets better over time. I'll be following that story, though. Do keep me posted. NYTO_NYC. Yeah, it's a joke, man. I mean, it's advanced LTE. Sprint sued AT&T over fake 5G. I wonder what ended up happening with that lawsuit, though. Like, what really goes on with that? What's up, Magic Mike? Good to have you on. Hope you're healing up, man. Good to see you here. Appreciate the channel. Love the updates. Yeah, man. Good to have you on, Magic Mike. Thanks for being here, man. Ask Miku about it. Oh, from the Discord? I remember when T-Mobile made fun of AT&T's 5G. Yeah, remember the 5G or the Booth E? That was funny. Yeah, man. I know. Believe you me, bro. Pete, what's up, Pete? All right, Pete, I got a question for you, bro. Pete, I need to know what type of plan I'm on. This T-Mobile plan you got me. I forget which category or tier of plan. I know you got me on business, but what are my features, man? What am I getting? Actually, 900. You're 100% right. Everything you said there is true. Cricket is slower than most MVNOs running on AT&T. Cricket really, really throttles. Gets throttled by AT&T. The Note 10 Plus is an awesome phone, Tiny. Tiny, why am I not surprised that you have a Note 10 Plus? I mean, you can't have like a regular iPhone, man. You can't have a regular Galaxy. None of that. Just switched to Sprint from Verizon 3 months ago. Just to reap the benefits of the merger. I knew Sprint service was terrible, but I figured it would really pay off after the merger. Big gamble. Well, hopefully that the service gets better and stuff. I love the Booth E. All right, so I knew I was on the Magenta plan. All right, I figured. Unlimited everything but hotspot. It's been really good, Pete. It's been awesome. Yeah, and I'm not really, I'm not too worried about the hotspot. I don't really use it. I have Visible for that purpose, so it wasn't really make or break, but the service has been stellar. Loved it. All right, Chris, thanks for being here. Much appreciated, man. Thank you for supporting the channel. I hope you have a great weekend as well. And thank you for the kind words, man. Appreciate you supporting the channel, Chris. 10 gigs in Canada and Mexico? Cool. I didn't know I had all that. The one major thing that I don't like about the iPhone 11 is that it still only has 2x2 MIMO. Really? Well, here's hoping to next year being different. Sheesh. Yeah, the beast, man. Shout out to Gary on that beast. Well, last had Cricket. My speeds were identical to AT&T postpaid. Wow, Lawrence. It's first I've heard of that. But I don't know. It must have been a while ago. And maybe you weren't on an unlimited plan. Maybe you're on one of those like data buckets. Not sure. That's funny, Troy. Regular phone looks like a Bluetooth earpiece next to my head. Oh, man. I mean, yeah, bro. 7.2, 4 and some change. Yeah, man. Big shout out to the 81 here in the live. Thank you guys for watching. If you could, please like this video. Go ahead and drop a comment in the live chat. Let the SMT know you're in the house. And if you're watching this on replay, thank you guys for being here and watching. Please do like this video. Limited in-flight Wi-Fi. Holy crap, I have that, Pete? That's fantastic. Sweet. 2CB6. AT&T is going to shut down 3G. Then all Cricket users needed to get new phones. Geez, it's not that bad. I know Cricket's got voice over LTE now, which is good. It's just really, really late. 2019 getting voice over LTE, right? All right, big shout out for Magic Mike out to Tiny. Cricket Unlimited plan gives me 3 megabits per second. So slow. Yeah, it's not very fast. Lawrence says the highest unlimited plan on Cricket isn't throttled to 3 megabits per second. All other limited plans are. Okay. All right, so you can pay the extra money to get the added speed, which is great. Magic Mike's been with T-Mobile since 2000. They're legit awesome. Just hope they keep improving. They will, and they are. Yeah, so I agree. Yeah, hang tight in there. Hopefully that network handoff issue gets worked out. Yeah, we're about an hour in. My goal was to be on for an hour. We passed it, but I feel good about the live stream. The podcast is going well. I got 76 in the live, so we'll keep it going strong. I don't know, Tom. I don't know if I can go another hour, man. I've been up all day. It was a long day today. JP says T-Mobile going to be 5G. Yeah, 2020. Looks like Uncle Si from Duck Dynasty. I'll call out the winner tomorrow. All right, Pete B. Pete, we got the giveaway, so that should be fun. Thank you very much. Where is it? I remember when AT&T was singular. I had singular actually back in the day. Man, what would that have been, like 2000? 99, something like that. I agree, Ronald. LTE and 5G, all things. So true. Sneed, you forgot you get hotspot too. I have the T-Mobile One plan, so I have it. Get your free Netflix. If there's one on your plan, which I think there is, bro. Yeah, I guess I do have Netflix through there. Pete, do we get Netflix, man? If so, maybe I can upgrade to the 4K one. That would be sweet. Yeah, I had singular too, man. Pete's still pissed off about the night and weekend minutes, so don't even get him started. One morning I woke up and it said, oh, man, that's funny. Paula says, hey, Sneed, love the morning CC. What is the CC? I don't know. I think the merger is still going to happen after they get the mess figured out. I don't know. We'll see, man. I guess it's up in the air, but I'm optimistic. Singular was great before AT&T took over. Yeah, man. I'm excited to try that 4K. I remember Singular back in the day with the rollover minutes. Man, they changed the game with the rollover minutes, man. It was a big deal. New iPhone 11s have ultra-wide bands chips in them. What capabilities do you think this can bring to phones? Ultra-wide bands chips in them. So I'm not really sure how that applies. Hopefully their LTE is better. Last generation iPhones were terrible. So hopefully they fix that at least. Get the better speeds, get the better coverage. Even the Wi-Fi was crappy in last generation's iPhones. Yeah, man, it's burning up in the chat right now. Tiny wants to get a smartwatch, but they all look like a kid's watch on my arm. Tiny, why don't you just like rip a clock out of the wall, take like a rope, and just like hook it around, man. Or do like the Flavor Flav thing, man, and just put it around your neck. Oh man. All right, so Jason's got Cricket in Jasper, Alabama. It has not been good. 6 miles of Jasper, you need AT&T tower within 7 miles of my house. Man, you might want to consider maybe trying Verizon or a prepaid MVNO of Verizon. The morning commute. Got you. Okay. All right. You know what? I'll probably do those periodically. I've done one over the last I did one this week. I did one the week before. Maybe I'll do like a weekly one or something. I don't know. Where are we at here? Cheemees says 2007 singular AT&T. I'm about this man's whole career. Intel bum. Oh, yeah. Those are some junky modems. I'm not a fan. Pete, I think you're onto something. The Verizon morning live stream when I did that commute drive, the Verizon one sucked, man. I went back and watched it. Not good, man. Not good at all. Sucked. So, yeah, I'm probably going to do it on T-Mobile. And actually, it makes sense. Now, Pete, you haven't seen it. I bit the bullet and I bought a Samsung Galaxy. I don't know if you guys can see it there. I'm trying to still figure this out. All right, so we got the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. I bit the bullet, man. Upgraded to it. It's got a wide-angle selfie camera for video and pictures. I bit the bullet. I spent the dough, man. Open my moonroof. I didn't even know they did smartwatches. That's pretty cool. Give us some more options. Hey, take care, Magic Mike. Glad you could make it. Thanks for stopping by. Let's get up at 5 a.m. for the post office. Have a good night. Hey, take it easy, Troy. If I don't see you. What's up, Miku? LOL. Big shout out to the Discord gang. Miku holding it down in the Discord. JP, I like the new iPhone. It's fine. I like the pricing. Coming in at about, what is it, $699 for the iPhone 11. $599 for the XR. More affordable. I like it. I think it's a decent value, especially if you're into the ecosystem of what Apple offers. It's good. I'm not big on the price point of the 11 Pro or the name for that matter. And then the 11 Pro Max is just a nightmare of a name. But, great cameras and great performance from what I can see. But is any smartphone really worth $1,100? Is any smartphone really worth $1,000? I don't know. I know I can't pay for it. I paid $450 for the S10 Plus. And to me, that was plenty. My maximum that I'm willing to spend usually in most cases, if it's brand new, I'll spend $600-$700. If it's used, but it's awesome, like less than a year old, I'll pay, $400 or $500. Cheemees says, I kind of want the merger too, so 5G can be almost nationwide. Maybe have 5G home internet and finally ditch Xfinity. That's where I'm at with it. I want more options. I want competition. You know, we don't want these companies resting on their laurels and not competing and innovating. So I'm with you there. Should have gotten the Note, so when you're bored, you can use the S Pen. I like the idea of the S Pen. I don't know how much I would end up using it, but I probably would have learned to use it and liked it. But I do want a headphone jack, and the Note 10 does not have a headphone jack. So that was kind of a make or break for me. Can't wait till the Galaxy phones come out. Which ones? Because, you know, they both come out already this year. Should make videos on the different types of spectrum, how it gets propagated, also how towers work and how backhaul is done. Maybe that's something, Jared, I could do with the Patreon. I don't know if I want to do it with the main channel because not everybody watches that type of content, man. Some of the stuff, like, I'm not trying to put anybody down, but like there are some people, you know, subscribers to the SMT channel. They just want to get merger news. They just want to get Verizon news. They just want to get at&t news. They just want to get T-Mobile news, deals, promos. They're not really into the network tech so much, even though it is like a network tech channel. You know, I try to serve everybody, the general public, the network nerd. I try to hit all bases. So, you know, when I get really, really technical, I notice that my views go down and people just don't watch it. And it's frustrating. But on the Patreon, if that's something you want to do, Jarrett, join the Patreon. Let me know that's what you want. I'll make the video for you. You know, that sort of thing. I could definitely do that. I know 5GE is so bad. 4G LTE gives me better speeds. 5GE is advanced LTE, though. It should be good. Which truck did you get it from? I have a really, really good friend of mine. He's a wholesaler. Everything legit. Nothing illegitimate. So play some PS4. Ever get to Michigan, hit me up. Hey, Tiny, friend of the show, man. Thanks for stopping by. I haven't seen you here in the live stream before, so it's good to have you. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the community, man. Where'd you get the S10 Plus for $450? Oh wow, everybody's liking that price. I thought that was it was a good price. I didn't think it was that good. Like I said, I have a good friend who's a wholesaler. He's the one who got me the price on it, and you know, something tells me he didn't pay much, you know, or he didn't make much money off of me, and I know he looks out for me, so you know, maybe he charged me cost or something. I don't know. Oh, the Galaxy 11. So what are we expecting? February, March of next year. I had some buggering and dropped. Oh man, that sucks. Used to bench press 300. How you bench? In my heyday, when I was like my heaviest, I'd say when I weighed about 200 pounds, I was bench pressing about 315 for a few. Now, you know, I'm more like a dumbbell guy. You know, I'll pick up 100-pound dumbbells. I'll rep them out, man. I like working out. I like lifting weights. I like fitness. I love eating food. It all kind of works. iPhone changes to traffic light camera design on the 10. And on the 11, it's a fidget spinner design. That's funny. I know, Pete. I know you're a network tech dude. I mean, I'm a network tech guy, too. I love learning about the networks and the different features and the hardware. But I just feel like not everybody is, you know? All right, let's see. I didn't know if we had any more super chats going on here. Looks like we're all set. Let's see what the charging's like on my new phone. I'm at 70%. All right, it's charging fast. Awesome. I'll check in a little bit. We'll see if it's got that fast charging going on there. Network tech geek out on it. I'm all in here. That's cool. What happens to Sprint if the merger doesn't go through? Sprint's probably going to look for another buyer. They're going to look. They're looking to sell out, guys. No matter what. If the T-Mobile deal falls through and it fails, you know, Sprint's just looking for another buyer. They're trying to get the hell out. They can't get right. Their management, their leadership, it's just been all bad. They need a complete overhaul if they're going to try to sustain a business model. They need a new CEO. They need a new CTO. They need a new network leader. They need a new business plan. They need a new ownership group. SoftBank just needs to get away. It's not working out. That's kind of where I'm at with it. But yeah, they'll be looking for a buyer. Ronald, absolutely. Join the Patreon. Let me know what video you want me to cover, what topic, and I will make it. That's what the Patreon's for. I would be ecstatic to have new patrons join and let me know what they want me to create. I feel like I've become a creator to the point where I can, cover and investigate all topics, do the research, present it, do some analysis, and then, get your input. So just let me know. Good night, Benny D. Thanks for being here, bud. I don't even know if I can get that deal again, man. That's probably the reason why I bought it, was that deal. Hey, Yasmin's doing awesome. I hope she's sleeping. The network tech video. Yeah, you know what? Something tells me whoever's in the live chat right now and watching this video is probably into the network side of things, the network tech. So, Tom, hey, man, sure, I could definitely do that. There is network tech on podcasts. Yeah, that's true. I followed a couple. Some of the shows are pretty good. 5G is bad news. 5G only works outdoors. I need service indoors and outdoors. So the Sprint T-Mobile merger sucks. I think, Michael, you got it a little misunderstood. 5G is the next generation of our networks. It's the fact it only works outdoors is because Verizon has given 5G this negative connotation that it doesn't work from distance. But that's just Verizon's version of 5G. What T-Mobile is going to do with their 5G will work indoors. What Sprint is going to do with their 5G in terms of their 2.5 gigahertz spectrum will work indoors. It's the millimeter wave that's the problem. So, Michael, before you jump to conclusions, please do educate yourself on the different types of spectrum that are used in 5G. It's not just millimeter wave like you're describing, where the connection is bad, but the mid-band and the low band is very effective, and it can propagate and get through walls and go work indoors. So, not to attack you in any way, I feel like it's important that you understand these things before you jump to conclusions. That's all. So many cool things that a cell network does. Cell tower is just the beginning. Backhaul, main network switches, and so on. I'd be down for a network video. Man, that would be a long video. I mean, I guess I could break it down into segments and cover each part, from the main servers all the way through all the infrastructure and hardware, all the way to the transmission of the LTE signal. That would be a lot. I can't bench press that. I weigh about 390 at 6 foot. Just need to get my own body back. 160. Okay. Oh, well, that's going to be an uphill battle, man. The thyroid controls so much of our hormone expression and controls weight gain and weight loss. And actually, thyroid problems are very prevalent in my family. It's very genetic. So, yeah, I can understand. Man, you guys really want that network tech video, huh? 5G under T-Mobile and Sprint would be inside. Yeah, it would. It would work well. What do Sprint customers do if Sprint can't find a buyer, Sneed? I mean, you either stick with them because you find the service tolerable. Maybe it's good in your area. Stick with them. If not, if it's not good, you find yourself a carrier that does work for you. AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, maybe. Hey, good night, JK Video. Thanks for your donation today. T-Mobile should do in concrete walls since they're going low band. That'd be awesome. What if Sprint can pay a fine and try to complete the merger? That's probably what they're going to do. Probably pay restitution to the FCC. Yeah, Gary, you're kind of right, man. Patience is a virtue. It's a situation where I think the networks aren't necessarily ready for prime time, but the infancy stages, right? We're kind of making those baby steps. Have to trade off on that type of network text need. Yeah, there's always a trade off, right? There's hey, Michael, no problem, man. Oh my God, Brian, with the huge super chat. All right, guys, network video it is. Brian with the huge super chat, man. Thanks, buddy. All right, you guys, let me know what you want me to include in that video. Let me know all the parts of the network you want me to talk about. I can do some visuals. I can do some diagrams. I could do some models. I doubt I could get to like the actual site and take photos myself, but like, yeah, I could do something like that. Just let me know how far you guys want me to go into this. But yeah, I could definitely do it. I got the super chat. Thanks, Brian, man. Wow. Thank you, man. Very generous. Yeah, we got it. Hashtag Brian. Brian saved the day. He's like, yeah, we're gonna network video for sure. All right, we'll make it happen. Thomas says, is mid-band or low-band better for propagation? The lower, the better. So, will Sprint 5G work both indoors and outdoors? Yes. Sprint's 5G is the best of both worlds in a way. It's low enough to where it can propagate decent, and it's high enough to where it offers excellent throughput and capacity very, very fast. 5G still in its early stages, but it'll improve over time. 2 years from now, 5G should be all those early kinks should be worked out, and we'll just be talking about how we need it to work further distance. Hey, Rafi, if you could get us a link for the Patreon, Ronald is considering a join. It's also in the description box. You guys can check it out there. Talk about Amazon and Starlink internet. Okay. All right. So if you guys don't mind, I'm just going to write these things down so I don't forget. All right. So we got the notepad. All right. Hold on. All right. So you guys want a network tech video. All right. Network tech vid because Brian said so. And then we're doing a Amazon and Starlink video. What was it? Like a fly? All right. Amazon and Starlink. All right. So I got those. All right. We're on it, Jeremy. What's up, Big Chungus? Good to have you on, brother. Thank you for being here. You know what I noticed about the S10 Plus? The power button's like way up, for like the screen and stuff. But that's pretty much my only complaint about the design. Will this network video be made public? Yeah. You know why I'm going to make it public? Because Brian basically paid for it. So, sure. All right, there's the link to the SMT on Patreon. Check it out. Hurry up and wait. Take your time. Hurry up. There's the link for the Discord there if you guys want to check out that community. All right. You got it, Ronald. No problem. All right. Super chat from Mark B. Any news from Boost Mobile? Thanks. Okay, so what we have right now with Boost, the only noise we're getting from Boost is really just deals on phones. Last I checked, they had an iPhone special. I think they were selling the iPhone 7 for $20. I know it's a great deal. If you need an iPhone and you don't care about having the latest and greatest, but just want something dependable, it's the iPhone 7. So Mark B, I don't know what kind of phone you have. I don't know if you need a new phone or you're looking to upgrade, but that's a possibility. They've been running a lot of promos on devices. And I believe they're still doing 5 lines for $100 if you can qualify for that promo. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's available to existing customers. I think it's for new port-ins. Not sure if they're still doing it, but I remember they were. So, yep. Thanks, Mark B, for the super chat. If Cricket were to have 5G, do you think it will be capped? Well, I mean, that defeats the purpose of 5G, right? So, like, what's the point? That's funny. I doubt, I don't even know when it would be available to customers, to Cricket customers. All right, what do we got here? Oh, and just in case I missed it, Jeremy with the super chat, he sent it through PayPal. Thank you, Jeremy, for the donation. Actually, I feel like, Jeremy, I feel like you sent 2 super chats tonight. So thank you for the generosity, man. Thank you. You guys are truly the best community on the YouTube. I appreciate you all so very much. Thank you to all who have donated to the channel. Donations big, donations small. Thank you very much for that. I want to thank all who provide likes to my videos and comment and, share, dialogue in the comment section. Thank you guys for that. Gary, thank you for your PayPal donation earlier. Thank you. Tom says signal propagation, backhaul spectrum, cell site handouts. We want it all. Okay. Let me write that down, man. All right. So signal call spectrum. Cell site handoffs is interesting. And actually, what I've learned about cell site handoffs is that the more aggressive a carrier manages cell site handoff actually helps customers. People think like, oh, I'm getting slowed down, I'm switching towers and all this other stuff. But it's actually to get you a stronger signal and to keep your phone battery from dying because it's always searching for a signal and whatnot. So it's interesting. I'll take a look at that for sure. T-Mobile network seems to be extensive and great coverage everywhere. I'm liking it. I don't know about any type of traveling and stuff like that, but it's been really, really good on my commutes going to work, to and from. So capped at 5 megabits per second. That's not going to cut it. That's not 5G. 5G is designed to provide amazing throughput. 5G is designed to offer low latency. That's both issues that, Cricket just doesn't address. Pete says you may need some pass offs to me, Sneed. Sure. Absolutely, Pete. Whatever you want, man. Yeah, Jeremy. I'll have my plate full for a while. The network video is going to be tough. I might have to break that into a couple of videos, actually. But it should make for a good series. The Amazon Starlink, that's a pretty interesting concept. I can do that in one video for sure. YouTube Vance is not allowing me to donate. Huh. Wonder what's happening there. Paul, I wouldn't say it's canceled forever. The FCC is kind of doing an investigation on that situation. Sharon wants a video on Starlink. All right, you guys really liking that idea of Starlink. Okay. Thanks, Rafi. Appreciate it, man. Here we go. When the Sprint T-Mobile merger is approved, will they keep the 4G LTE network operational? Yes. No matter what happens with 5G. I mean, I'm talking 10, 20 years from now, we're still going to be on LTE. Maybe not 20 years, but like for sure over the next 10 years, LTE is still going to be a major part of our networks. LTE is going to dominate our connectivity for the foreseeable future. So it's not going, it's not going anywhere. I know, isn't that crazy, Tom? Like we sit there and we bicker and complain and we argue about our networks, but like the simple fact that you're going, highway and freeway speeds and you stay connected to a network and you're literally switching towers like every 15 to 30 seconds, if you're in a city and stuff like that, it's incredible. The technology has come a long way. Learn about the pros and cons of VPNs. Now, Gary, here's what I will say about VPNs. I got a guy for that. Tom Sparks Reviews. If you check out Tom Spark Reviews, he covers all VPNs. That's where I would push you to. I use VPNs. I know a little bit about VPNs. I'm no master at VPNs. But Tom Spark, check it out. TOM Spark Reviews. Dude is solid. He covers everything. He's got an insane video catalog of all things VPN. And if you use wireless networks, which, we all are here, VPNs are critical. It can free up your resolution. It could increase your speeds that you have available to your video. It encrypts your connectivity. It's a great way to go. And, he's got all the videos on all the different VPNs. He covers cost. He covers value. He covers speeds and effectiveness and marketing. He does it all. He's really, really good. I agree, Pete. It's been excellent. No, I'm not locked to 480p at all. Quite the contrary, man. It's pretty much 1080p all the time. Yep. Yeah, I've been impressed with T-Mobile too. I wonder, what do you expect from them, Jeremy? That's what I would say is, what do you want to see them doing with gaming? I'm just curious to see what you would say. Pete, you're going to start growing arms out of your forehead. Don't work around 5G. Get your tinfoil hat, man. So, Cheemees, what's going to happen with Sprint CDMA network is it's going to be decommissioned. All the spectrum on CDMA will be allocated to LTE and or 5G. Starlink it's essentially a business model. They're going to be the company itself is going to be looking to broadcasting LTE with through satellite, and it's showing a lot of promise. Now the latency is going to be its own issue, but the download speeds seem to be legitimate. It's a possibility. LTE will be the 5G fallback. Yep. Go merger. No cares what Frankie says. Come on, Bri. Frankie's a friend of the show too, man. Oh man, it's already an hour and a half in. I'm probably going to be wrapping up pretty soon, guys. So get those final comments and questions in. Sharon says, anyone use Sprint Unlimited Kickstart? I think a lot of people are using that, Sharon. It's just a shame that Sprint, in order to have any type of customers, they got to give away service. Hey, Ronald, welcome to the community, man. Thanks for joining. We'll get on some videos for you, man. And like I said, as I'm producing content and videos on the Patreon, tell me what you want me to create, That's what the Patreon's for. It's a more focused community on what that particular community wants. Open NAT, not throttling to 8 megabits per second. That helps with downloading large files. Mainly it's the NAT. I've always had problems with gaming with NAT. Yeah, let's wrap it up, y'alls. Pete, if you want to go on Sunday, let me know. I'm down. I don't know. I guess you guys can tell me in the live chat or those in the replay. Please do like this video if you are watching this on replay, or if you're watching it in the live, hit that like button. If you guys want a Sunday podcast, let me hear you say, yeah. Oh, man, that sounds like Sprint problems, man. 4G LTE in here. Oh, I see what you're doing there. All right. Do you know if AT&T is still deploying more LTE coverage? Always. And they're upgrading all their sites. Band 14 has been huge for them. Their network is getting so much better. No merger, and it sucks. Frankie says I'm back. Where you been, bro? All right, guys. Sunday it is. Till Sunday, fellas. Good to see you on, Heith. Thanks for being here. All right, you guys want the Sunday action? Yeah. Absolutely. Like and subscribe. All right, you guys want the Sunday? Matt Dub's in on the Sunday. Jay Brown wants the Sunday. We need more ranting from you and Pete. Bro, the last podcast, man, it was like one of those days, man. It was just frustration. Everything was going good with the merger, as good as it could be, and then we get that nonsense going on. All right, Jess, we got you. We'll do it. So, yeah, let's get the likes up. Yeah, go ahead and like the video, guys. Get some hats for the SMT, and yes, for Sunday. Okay. All right, so here's what we'll do. We'll kind of wrap things up here on the podcast. I want to give some shout-outs. I want to shout out to the newest patron. We got Ronald. He is the newest member to the Patreon fam and community. I want to give him a shout-out as well as the other patrons. Thank you guys for supporting SMT Productions. I also want to shout out the Discord gang. There are links in the description for the Patreon page as well as the Discord communities if you guys want to check those out. So check those out right down here. Before you guys go, make sure that you like this video if you're in the live. If you're watching this on replay, thank you for watching and like the video as well. Drop any comments you want in the comment section. Any questions, anything you want to mention, go ahead and do that. I want to thank everybody for their donations, super chats, PayPal donations. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. You guys you keep me motivated. You keep me amped up and energized to bring you guys updates, to offer insight and analysis, to do my homework and present it here in a logical and analytical manner. I enjoy doing this very much, and the community is awesome. I want to thank you guys for supporting me. In terms of what's coming up in the pipeline, we've got a network video coming out, sponsored by the SMT viewers and subscribers, patron, and also moderator Brian, really pushing me to do it, as well as the others here in the live chat. We'll be doing a video there. We'll talk about signal propagation, all the network technology, the backhaul stuff, the infrastructure, spectrum. We'll cover it all. And then we're going to do a Starlink video. So we'll take care of all this stuff. Sunday, looks like we're podcasting. It'll be me and Pete. So Danny, if you want to become a Patreon member, we've got links in the description box for that. So Sunday, we'll hit the podcast running. Pete can pick the topic. We'll go from there. I think what we'll do is I think we'll kind of end it here. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for sharing the video. Thank you to all the subscribers, all the viewers, all the commenters. Thank you to the people in the live chat, in on the discussion, kind of guiding things. Thank you to my moderators. Thank you for the patrons. Thank you to the Discord. Thank you to the haters, of course. You know, every good channel, I guess, has a couple of trolls. So thank you guys for that. You guys are all very welcome. Believe you me, I enjoy this very much. I do this all the time because it is awesome and fun. And I do thank you guys for your continued support. You are all very welcome. All right. You guys are always thanking me. You guys are so kind. Thank you. I think I'll leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching. I am the SMT, and I will see you guys on Sunday for the next podcast or the next video. And I think I do have one tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. This is the SMT, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.